Hello and welcome to the June edition of the Lions Spotlight. I'm WLTS News Director James DeGeno. Joining me today is a returning guest who we interviewed back in October when he was running for Congress. Welcome back to the show, Congressman John Adler.
James, great to see you again.
Also joining us today is Lacey High School student Ashley Mayers, who recently won a congressional award. Mr. Adler, can you tell us a little bit about the award?
Each member of Congress is given the opportunity to have one work of art hang somewhere in the Capitol complex in Washington, D.C., so that all Americans, as they come to visit our country, can see what the best is, the best of the brightest. And so after a search through our entire district of all the different artists on the high school level, Ashley Myers was chosen with a beautiful work of art she has, which symbolizes so many good things about our country, and just especially for her family, shows all of America the great talent she has and the great future she has ahead of her.
Ashley, how do you feel about receiving such an honor?
I was honored. I was really excited to find out that I won.
Can you describe your award-winning piece and tell us your inspiration for the project?
Well, I drew a soldier coming home because I thought that was pretty much like the most American thing you could really draw. And it meant a lot to me because I really support the troops and stuff like that.
Mr. Adler, is there anything else you would like to add before we let Ashley go?
Well, I'm so thrilled. Right before coming here to tape this session with you guys, I was at McGuire Air Force Base seeing our New Jersey National Guards people coming back from Iraq. I actually got to shake the hand of over 340 brave troops as they came off the plane, touching down in America for the first time, having been gone for more than a year from their families, from their homeland. They keep us safe. So Ashley's painting has particular significance for me, having seen the joy these brave Americans felt as they came home. She really captured the best about America as people have gone overseas time after time to keep us safe here at home. She deserves a lot of praise, not just for the skill she conveys with her art, but also for the message she conveys about the patriotism of people, generation after generation, that have kept us safe. Great job, Ashley.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ashley, for joining us, and congratulations on your award. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with more questions for Congressman Adler. Welcome back to our June edition of the Lions Spotlight. I'm here with New Jersey's 3rd District Congressman John Adler. Congressman Adler, what was your reaction when you won your congressional seat?
James, it's a privilege to be an American. There's no question about that. And to have the chance to go to Washington, D.C., to help set policy to make our country safe, to make it free, to make it more prosperous than it was on Election Day, is an incredible thrill. And so each day since the election, I've been very conscious of the fact that I have an obligation to do my very best, try to help people of your generation have opportunities for jobs in the future, to help people of my generation to be able to afford homes, to have tax affordability, and to have available health care that's accessible, that's affordable, and to take care of our parents' generation, my parents' generation, so those people that made our country so great can afford to retire comfortably and receive the respect and the fair treatment they deserve from a grateful country.
When you took office, what was the first thing you wanted to accomplish?
Well, I wanted to make sure that our economy got back on its feet. You probably know people, I certainly know people that want to find jobs and they can't find jobs, people that have lost jobs, or people that had businesses and saw those businesses close. So first and foremost for me was helping households one by one get stronger, get more prosperous again, survive during these very tough times of this difficult recession. And that means propping up small business, letting business be the engine for our economy that has been in the past. And so working closely with small business and with the middle class to make our country more prosperous and to guarantee a bright future for those people who are willing to work hard and play by the rules.
In your first days as a congressman, you started a Congress on Your Corner program. Can you explain what that is?
Well, I know that I don't know. So I think it's important for me to go out and talk to people here in Lacey Township, up and down Ocean County and in the other parts of the district I represent in Burlington County and parts of Camden County to talk to people in their own communities, going to diners, going to post offices, going to supermarkets, going to people's homes, and hearing from them in a very comfortable one-on-one setting about things they think I should do to make their neighborhood better, to make their household better off, to make their community more prosperous or safer or freer, and to make our country stronger and more vital each week, each month, so a year from now and a generation from now, we can have a better, stronger, safer America.
In reading some of your press releases, I've seen that credit issues and beach replenishment have been two major issues you've been working on. What can you tell us about your work in these areas?
Well, I believe that at least for Ocean County, our beach economy is the key to so much of the economic vitality of the entire county, the entire region. So I think it's very important, as my predecessor, Jim Saxton, did, to make sure that the federal government does its fair share to put sand back on the beaches of Long Beach Island and the beaches a little bit farther north, Seaside Park, Seaside Heights, and Loking farther up, to make sure that people can come as tourists, businesses can thrive, people can spend money and the companies can hire people to grow our economy and create the sort of tax rateables and economic opportunities that Ocean County really depends on with its fishing industry, with its beach industry. So it's a big deal to me to have the federal government do its fair share to grow the economy of Ocean County. With respect to credit cards, I think you probably know people, certainly people a few years older than you, college kids and grown-ups who've gotten into trouble building up too much credit card debt. And I think in the recent years, credit card companies have taken advantage of a lot of well-meaning people and have, with small print, entered into contracts that allow the credit card companies to jack up fees, increase interest rates, impose all sorts of penalties if somebody's late with a payment. So I'm very happy to have been one of the leaders in Congress to pass a law that reins the credit card companies back in. They can still issue credit cards. They can still charge a reasonable interest, but not 30% or 40% interest. We have too many Americans, including too many people right here in Lacey Township, that got into real personal debt from credit card bills and can't get out of that debt. And I think credit card companies have to be reined in a little bit to make sure that we have a fair system that doesn't give them too much advantage over consumers and over small businesses.
Can you give us a preview as to what you plan to work on in the next few months?
Well, again, I think building up small business is a key to our country. It's really been the job creator throughout our county and throughout the whole country. I think one of the most important things I can do to help small business is to find a way to lower the cost of health insurance. A lot of small businesses want to insure certainly the owner of the business, his or her family, but also the employees. But the cost of health insurance for small business rises so much that more and more small businesses don't insure their employees or even the owner of the company. I know that from personal experience because my dad, who owned a dry cleaner when I was a kid, didn't have health insurance. And he had a heart attack, went in the hospital without health insurance, couldn't afford the medical care, and got out of the hospital too soon, went back to work, and had another heart attack. Again, didn't have health insurance, back in the hospital, back and forth out of the hospitals a few times until he died when I was about your age. So I know that a lot of families are facing that same struggle right now, and I want to make sure that small businesses have affordable health insurance so they don't have the dilemma of, do I get health care or do I avoid the cost of it and maybe get sick or die, as my dad did? I think that's a great way to help small business. It doesn't bring my dad back, but it does help a lot of other people who want to have a small business get by, insure their employees, and take care of their employees the right way.
What are the toughest challenges you've had to face in your first 146 days as a United States Congressman?
I'll tell you a personal one, then I'll tell you sort of a big governmental one. My personal one is I miss my family. I've got 4 kids, one off in college, one about to graduate high school in a couple weeks, and 2 little boys. And I miss seeing them, and I certainly miss seeing my wife and having home-cooked meals and hanging out with my family. And when I'm in Washington from Monday through Thursday, I'm working and I'm sleeping down there and not with my family. So on a personal level, I miss being with my family and in my neighborhood, places where I'm very comfortable and very, very happy. Governmentally, I'm a guy that wants to get things done now. And it's very frustrating to see unemployment still rising, to see a lot of businesses still struggling, to see health insurance still rising in cost, to see us still paying money to foreign countries for their oil, even though they don't share our American values of democracy and freedom. All these things are frustrating. I want to solve these problems right now. And I understand government isn't supposed to work that way, but boy, oh boy, I really want to get it done now. And so I'm like a racehorse being held back, trying to solve problems for my community, for Lacey Township, for all of Ocean County. We'll get there. I think our country's going to get better and better over the next couple of years, but I'm frustrated we're not there right now because I know people are struggling and I really want to help.
Thank you so much, Congressman Adler. for taking the time out of your schedule to visit us today in Lacey Township.
James, it's great to see you again. Thank you so much.
For Congressman Adler, I'm James DeGeno. Thanks for watching Lacey Township.